The Great Lakes Bay Regional Alliance does so many great things in our region, and joining me is Matt Fallon, the CEO and president of the Great Lakes Bay Regional Alliance, and he's going to share exactly what the alliance is. But first, tell us what the Great Lakes region is, Great Lakes Bay region is.
Sure. So the Great Lakes Bay region are four of our counties. It's Bay, Isabella, Midland, and Saginaw counties. And it's important that we talk about the counties because for years when we talked about regionalism, it was the Tri-Cities, and it was just the cities of Bay City, Saginaw, and Midland, and kind of the new rebirth of regionalism here. It's important that we think of the counties, so it's all four, but that includes communities like Freeland, Frankenmuth, Linwood and Pinconning, Shepherd, a lot more cities, Coleman in Midland County. A lot more communities are engaged in the new construct of regionalism.
Yeah. What does that rebirth look like, and what does that mean to the Alliance?
Yeah, so for our region, it was really important because I think folks got a little too focused on the gray dotted lines that separated the counties between Bay, Saginaw, Midland, and Isabella. And in about the mid-2000s, leaders in the community came together and said, well, we really need to do things differently again. We need to start working together. We need folks to understand that if you live in Bay County, the great things that are going on in Saginaw impact you. If you live in Midland County, you're going to need workforce from Bay and Saginaw counties. And so for us, it just really became important that those counties started working together again, and that was kind of the rebirth. I will say Bay, Saginaw, and Midland have worked together for years, a rich tradition going back to partnerships with the airport, Delta, SVSU. But we brought Isabella County into the fold in about 2010. And if you really look at things that are going on with CMU, the Saginaw Chippewa Indian Tribe, in healthcare, it just made all the sense in the world for Isabella County to join our region. Yeah.
What kind of example do you think you're setting by busting through that gray line, as you were mentioning?
You know, it's interesting. It's not so much an example, but maybe just a reminder to folks that we live in a different world than we did at one point. Back in the day, I always laugh. People used to take a train from downtown Saginaw to downtown Bay City. But in the world that we live in now, you can get between the counties so quickly. People work between the counties. And I think at the end of the day, Nishay, when a company wants to come to our region, or there's a company in our region, and they think about, okay, where are we going to get our workers from? They could care less about those dotted lines. They want talented people, and they don't care where they come from. And I think folks in the region understand that if we're going to grow, if we're going to be prosperous, we need to be regional.
Yeah, what types of programs or initiatives does the Alliance spearhead essentially for the counties?
Yeah, so right now we have a new vision that we just updated coming out of COVID, like a lot of others. We thought it was important to make sure that we had a very clear direction. So our goal is a prosperous and growing Great Lakes Bay region. And so growing is something that you're going to hear quite a bit out of us. When we chatted with all of our leaders across the region and said, what can we do? Where can we spend our time and resources? Everyone spoke from the same hymnal and said, please help us grow. We need more people.